good day, sir, and please welcome to Eagle Studio, London, UK, sir. Let us start with your self-introduction, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm by name Dr. Joseph Iromosele Ugege. By the special grace of God, I'm the president of Uromi Youth. I'm into academics. I'm happy having you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, we came to have a chat over the security situation in Esan today, particularly here in Esan, Northeast local government area. Now, what is your picture? I want to tell the whole world the picture of what is happening here in this Esan land, mainly here in Europe now, in the area of security.
Well, it's a worrisome situation. Uromi was known as peace-loving home, whereas you see the influence of the Igbos, the Yorubas, the Hausa. We live together in peace and harmony. We are baffled over what has been happening for the past 4 or 5 years to this present day. It's our prayer that it will end today. But each time we give such prayers, hoping that it will soon come to be a thing of the past, the next day we tend to hear more worrisome story of the Fulani herdsmen, banditries, and all of that. And I strongly believe why they are recording this success, they are not being caught, is because they have a collaboration with people in this our society, the bad eggs among us. It is our prayers that they will be fished out very soon. For the past days, you've been hearing one bad news to the other. So to us, we reject it in its entirety, and we hope that those people that are perpetuating this evil, that God should expose them, so that the glory will return back to Uromi. And a lot of people that wish to come and do business, acquire education, and other means of livelihood will find this place encouraging for them to come and stay, so that it will help us in enhancing development and other area that is expected in life.
Yeah, I want you to draw a picture of the things you hear that is happening, that is the truth here in the area of security, because right now you've summarized the issue, but I want to be practical. Did you hear any real one that are really worrisome to you, that you feel the world should know through you?
Yes. In Uromi today, people barely move freely. Before now, you can go to social gatherings, you can go and visit a friend, you can go for a business trip and stay till midnight. And while you are coming home, you are free from fears. But as we speak now, because of this happening, people are always afraid to stay late because you need to be conscious. You understand?
Sure.
So as we speak, a lot of our women, when they go to farm, they are being kidnapped, some are raped, some are killed, few are free after they have paid ransom. Not only to the women, men are passing through. There was a situation, they kidnapped a man, killed him, and buried him in the shallow grave. So all of those are the ills we are currently experiencing in our society. So you see, while you are building, those persons that call themselves they are buying condemned iron, we actually know then that there are some people who push this their trucks whereabouts, either pick condemned things on the floor or buy condemned things that are no longer useful. But today, they push wheelbarrow to a secret place, they go to ongoing building, they remove the zincs, they remove the windows, every valuables that they can cut away with. They do that easily and go away with it. So, a few days ago, you heard of somebody who was killed in his own compound. So, I think the police are still doing some investigation. So, I pray that God will lead them, direct them, give them the wisdom so that they will be able to spot out all of those persons that committed this crime. So, what we are passing through as it affects security, they are so enormous. They are so enormous. So we are seeking for government, traditions, every other sector, they should come to our aid so that the past glory will return back to Uromi. Uromi will be safe again. Thank you.
Yeah. Now, as a youth leader and as an Oromi leader, what do you think the governor should do or the government should do about this, federal or state? What do you, in your mind, what would you advise them to do to curb the current rate of insecurity in this town?
Yes, my contributions in this regard will come in different segments. The first is unity of purpose, collaboration. Every facets must come together. Government cannot do it alone. Traditional rulers cannot do it alone. We, the individuals, cannot do it alone. It's like when we were younger, when battery is not too strong in a pickup or any motor, you tend to call many people, everybody will put hand and push it to one direction, either through reverse or you push through front. For we push it forward, at the end of the day, you see the motor will jerk and will start. But in a situation wherein some are pushing from the front, others are pushing from the back, you will see there will be a lot of impediments. There will be an impede. There will be, at the end of the day, you see that they will not be able to successfully push that motor to start. That is the same thing that is applicable to this problem we are facing currently in Uromi. Everybody must come together. You understand?
Yeah.
So if everybody are able to complement each other efforts, not staying from afar, throwing tantrums, or try to push a particular group or persons down. By so doing, if government is blaming tradition is blaming the society, you see at the end of the day, there will not be a headway. All the key players, the stakeholders, must come together to say, yes, we want to put an end to this problem that is befalling us. But going forward, with the way, I think our governor brought healers, deployed police personnel to Uromi. Fine, they are on ground. Who is supervising them? Which collaboration are they having with the community to tell them this is the loopholes we are having? Who is even checkmating them if they are actually doing the work? If the fuel they are buying for them, if they are using it for the purpose of which they were deployed to this place. So that is why I said we have weak points. We must identify all of those weak points and turn them to strengths. By so doing, you see, police will do their own effectively. You now come to issues of vigilante. There have been lacuna right from day one. So I learned that a lot of persons have gone to training, and I wish them fruitful training, and I expect them to return back safely and come and impact on us positively as regards safeguarding our community. But even at that, we want to urge Uromi or Esan notice, Uromi and Uzia. We have those hunters. A lot of time people are talking about street guiding. Fine, is good. Vigilantes, fine, is good. It is of recent, you see vigilantes are even going for training. There are people that are grounded on how to handle gun, on how to shoot without missing. You understand?
Yeah.
So all those people, when we narrow it to our community now, you see the people that we identify to be in that segment are the hunters. So I will continue to preach this day henceforth that we should bring out all the hunters in our various society, in our various world, in our various villages. Let the hunters come out. I think hunter will be banned traditionally, unlike those that are moving on the streets. He has knowledge of how to handle gun. He know how to trigger. He know how to put insert bullet or eject bullets. So all those people, if we bring them together, and more of which, being a hunter, they have knowledge of our bushes because that is where they are hunting.
Yeah.
So I will begin to preach from this day henceforth that we should involve them, give them money, mobilize them, cater for their mobility, and give the bush villages town to them. We have 11 wards in Uromi. If we can even get 10 per ward, it's okay. If anything happens, we can ask them, where were you? How did this thing happen? So, not the social hunters. I mean the real hunters.
Right.
You understand?
Sure, I do.
Not those that do it for aesthetic purposes. The people that are doing it as source of livelihood. The people that are doing it and they know the nitty-gritty of the job. All those people should be identified. Even though it's 5 per word, let us start with that. If they see how they are respecting them, others will join. They will train others and the number will increase. By so doing, I think it will be a right step in the right direction.
Well, that's a very beautiful idea. Now, the last question, sir, is your advice to some people, or Urum people in particular, in this period whereby security is becoming a big problem. What do you expect them, advise them to do right now?
Yes. Firstly, I want to tell my brothers and sisters in Urumi and the entire Esan to be security conscious. In management, said the best way to handle is risk avoidance. So if you are able to avoid keeping late nights, you are safe. Most of those things that are going on are usually done at the dead hours of the night. When you go out, you return back safely. More of which, if you see any strange movements, report quickly to the appropriate authority. Before now, when you steal a goat, it's difficult for you to even take it from one village to the other. But now, they will kidnap somebody from Uromi and they will go and release the person at Agbo. You will not see anybody that will tell you, I pass or notice a strange movement in the bush. So we must try on our own. When we see a strange movement, let's quickly report. Let's ask questions. From questions, you get an answer. From the unknown, you get to the known. So we must try and work in this direction. And I want to tell our brothers and sisters again, all those people that are pushing truck, once you find them in your streets, don't fight them, don't beat them, don't harass, stop them. Tell them you want to check what they are carrying. I have seized valuables in more than 3-4 occasions. I'm handed some of them to the police. If everybody is that vigilant, conscious, I believe they will say Uromi is no longer fertile, it's not juicy, it's not convenient for them to be carrying out all of those their evil activities. And as such, they will leave our town. But in this situation, everybody is in hurry. Even when they see them do committing crime, they will not even stay to check. They will just say, let me quickly pass and go and do what I want to do. So if we are able to say, let us show concern, this fight is for every one of us, you see, at the end of the day, solution will be on our palm.
Wow, thank you very much, my able youth leader.
Thank you.
I think the message is clear, and we don't need to start dabbling again because he had hit the nail on the head. One, he calls for unity. Two, he calls for vigilance. And three, he called the governor to expedite action very fast to make sure the vigilantes are out and start work on time. And again, he suggested we bring out our hunters to at least start the game of protecting us for now till the other ones are ready. Yeah, that was a very nice one. And on this note, I want to say a big thank you to our able youth leader for the wonderful time you gave to us. And on final note too, I think I want to say the government to please remember that Esan is part of Edo State, just as Edo State is part of Nigeria. You cannot call us a part of the state and you leave us to our fate when we are in challenges. You are supposed to rescue us. That we will be proud to be Nigerian. Now, if you call us Nigerians and at the end we are a problem, we try to take care of our security, then being a Nigerian becomes a problem to us. Because we can't be proud to be Nigerians if we are being killed without nobody talking about it or coming to our rescue or coming to our aid. So you see, if we must be part of the country, we must be secure as part of the country. Very, very important. Because definitely, it didn't call for us to go out now. We live in fear, eat in fear, work in fear, and do everything we do in fear. Now, the funniest thing is that we no longer go to our farms. Our farms are there. You go there so that they kill you, so that they kidnap you and all that. Now, if we have no farm, we won't have food to eat. If we have no food to eat, we starve to death. Then, how then we solve this? It's a big problem. So the government will have to come. It's like you want to come again?
Yes.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Thank you very much. Emphasis was laid we helping ourselves.
Yeah.
That was why I dwell more on we invited the vigilante.
Yeah.
You understand,
Sure.
as the basis.
Yeah.
As an added on to that, which I have said, I think the government, I want to draw their attention to what I believe it worked while this other way to Benin was a no-go area.
Okay, yeah.
So what they do there was to bring a mobile barrack inside the bush there.
Okay.
I think they stayed for like 6 months, and the whole place, they opened it, and everything about banditry, Fulani herdsmen, kidnapping was drastically reduced to its minimum.
Yeah.
So it is on this note I am still crying out to the governor. If he can liaise with the military personnel, let them come to Uromi and go to one of those bushes, Amendoshan, Akbebe, Idumonza, or any village they feel that it is nice for them. Let them stay there for like 1 or 2 months. You understand?
Yeah.
By so doing, I believe we will record a huge success. Those people will run away. So I still believe on the traditional aspect. If our father, our king, can also intensify efforts. I know he has been trying. It's not easy. Let him intensify efforts. Whatever he feels can be done traditionally to ensure that those things will be a thing of the past. Let him do it. And to the Christians, we believe in prayers. So let us have every week prayers on this. There is nothing that prayer cannot do. So by the time, that was why I said it should be a collaboration of all the key players in our society. Let everybody be playing their role. So by so doing, you will see we will achieve a positive result. When you mention our brothers and sisters in diaspora, they can equally help us. Even the government can help us by way of providing CCTV in our major streets, CCTV cameras in our major streets.
Yeah.
You see them in abroad. You see them, some of them are even in Lagos.
Yeah.
So let us try as much as possible to have it around Uromi and the entire Esan.
Yeah.
You look at drones. Drones, most of them are not too costly. You can get the average one. By the time we are where this is the bush they enter, let's drag the drones into that bush. Even though it's at night, if they now shoot the drone and we identify the point at that drone, that is even the message.
Yes.
We know the direction. Send another one there.
Very
So
sensitive.
people are saying drones will not work, they will bring it down. Once they bring it down, you now know that place is
It's where they are.
settler, where they are.
Yeah.
So it even gave us a message and
This
the
is where they
direction.
are. Yeah. By
And,
shooting it, they have exploded.
you understand?
Yeah.
And you see trackers. trackers, they use phone to make calls. I know most times they keep their victim in a one point and take bite to go and make calls in another place. But that will not deprive us from having a working tracker. You understand? So if you have a good tracker in that place they are making call, you can even arrest 5 persons there. By the time you search them, one of them may be the person that is making calls in that environment. I'm surprised the whole of Edo State. If you want to track, they will tell you to go to Abuja. If you want to track, those people have to come with gadget from Benin. It's not too good. So let us have a good device that will help us to give a prompt tracking when all of those incidents occur. So if we are able to consider those 3 things which I have just added, by way of providing CCTV camera in some strategic places, by providing drones, enough drones that will be flying through our bushes, and get a tracking device. I think those 3 things will go a long way in helping us to get a lasting solution to these security challenges that is befalling us at the moment.
That was a very beautiful one. I think you are talking of bringing in technology this time now.
Yes.
We know they have their own, but we have a superior technology to counter their own and get them. Yeah, it's very true. Imagine every street now has a CCTV camera at the entrance and the exit. Everybody that enters that street and leaves that street is picked, but the image of the person is picked and recorded. Again, now, supposing they're in the bush and you fly a drone, if anyone decides to bring down a drone, they've exposed themselves because the sound now tells where they are and the security men now know where to go. You know, one thing about these people is that they fear to be monitored. Once they know they are monitored, they don't get settled. They keep running. And you discover a running person cannot kidnap because he's trying to save himself, he can't kidnap. So I think these are really wonderful things that can be done. And that tracker, I think, is important because I discovered when you want the policemen to track for you, they ask for money, they tell you you go to Benin and all that. Can't we get the tracker and have it here in Europe permanently? It can be done. Any call they make, they tracked to wherever it is made. And that way, they will know that their game is up. So we should not be complaining, wailing, crying and all that, without looking for the solution like we said before. It is one thing to know what to do and for that thing to do it. I think we need to do it that way. Thank you very much. And finally, our Esan based abroad. Please, you have a part to play in this game too. So long your families here are not safe, you can't be happy up there. That's the truth. You are there, body, soul, and spirit, but your spirit is still here because your parents be here, your mother, your brothers, sisters, or friends are here. And so long none of them is safe, you are not safe too.
That's all.
And what way should you do? One, you need to put pressure on the government from there. Because we discovered that the collaboration of you guys up there is stronger when the governor hears it. I'm sure by the time you try to call the government from that side, look, my people are not safe. Do something about it. I'm sure they will hear your voice more than they will hear our own. Telling us what is happening around us is not enough. Put pressure on those that can help us to save or that can liberate us. Very important. Understand? This is not illegal. It's not illegal to tell the government to wake up and do something. So you have other channels too. You can do it, whether social media or direct calls and all that. Many of you are having that kind of link and influence to the state government and even the federal. Please do something about it. Your people are not safe. Tell them, cry to them, shout at them, and then wake up and do something for us so that we'll be okay. When we are okay, you guys will be okay there too. So when we are not okay now, you guys can be okay. So on that note, we say a very big thank you to our host, and we promise you that weekly we'll be coming up with a report of this nature to address you with what is happening in Esan or in the area of security. Thank you very much for being with us. Your host, Sunday Ayemari Negulese, Ego Studio, London, UK. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure, sir.
I'm happy being with you.
Thank you very much.
We have identified that we have security challenges.
Exactly.
So what we should dwell more on now is trying to profile one solution.
Yeah.
Profiling solution.
Profile.
So, yes.
Use it, not just profiling,
yes.
but making sure it is done.
God bless you.
Identify
solution and put it into
use. Very, very important.
That is it.
So thank you, sir. Good evening and welcome to Ego Studio in London, UK. We start with your self-introduction, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Christian Ayemere, and I'm a legal practitioner.
Yeah, thank you very much, sir. Now, the reason why we are here is to talk about the security situation in Esan Land, particularly Esan Northeast Government area. Now, sir, what is your view? I want to speak to the whole world about the happenings here in Esan Land in terms of security.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It is something that is worrisome to everybody. It is, most of us sleep these days with one eye closed because on a daily basis, you either hear that somebody is kidnapped or somebody is killed, and you barely hear of any arrest or anybody that has been convicted in spite of all these that are happening. So sometimes you wonder, where is the presence of government? You know, recently we saw a lot of healers vans and policemen everywhere. One would have expected that by now there should be a lot of these suspects that have been arrested arraigned in court. You know, put your evidence together, everything together, charge these people to court. Let them be serving their punishments. All right. As of today, I'm not sure I've heard of anybody that has been convicted. So it's worrisome. Yesterday, was it yesterday or thereabout? I heard the news on that Akbebe street that whether headsmen or Fulani, whatever they are called, invaded the whole of that street. And people scampered for safety, ran away from their houses. There was even a gate I saw bullet holes and all that. So it's very scary. The only thing we are appealing is for government to be proactive. It's not when they say they are brought in policemen, security men, you see them on the road, on the main road, you know, harassing innocent people, Okada men, some people that they call Yahoo boys, they begin to harass. That is not the issue. I think they are missing the whole security situation up. You know, let's know what is the issue. These people, where are they coming from? How are they perpetrating their acts? Is it the outskirts of town? If it's the outskirts of town, there must be an exit where they come in from and where they go out from. Those things must be looked into so that you are able to pinpoint where they come from. If you man that area, for example, where they come from, you will see that is either they stop or it will have drastically reduced.
Yeah. Now, from your point of view, what would you expect the government to do? What would you want the government to do in this situation now?
Well, thank you very much again. I think the government needs to be more proactive, more serious. Don't just... The time of election is over. Like distinguished Senator Monday Okpebo, the current governor of Edo State, he is not the governor of APC. He is the governor of Edo State. And the duty of government is to protect lives and property. Now, how many lives has he protected? How many properties has he protected? One, you will ask that question. Yeah. For me, I have a lot of issues as to the way and manner the current governor is handling the security situation. First, you brought in this policeman. For example, I use Uromi as a case study. You brought in this policeman to tackle the security situation in Esan. One would expect that, okay, for example, you are going towards that Uboha axis. How many police checkpoints do you meet there? You are going towards that Ewohimi axis, Uzea axis. How many police checkpoints would you see on those roads? I went to Asaba recently. It was just one army checkpoint I saw on that Ewohimi axis. One army checkpoint from Ubiaja till I got to Ewohimi. Just one army checkpoint. Then from Ewohimi, there's one other checkpoint. Then as you are getting to Onichugbo, there's one other police checkpoint. So you will wonder, because there is a security situation on ground. One would expect that your men are out there. That is why I believe, or I support these local vigilantes. If you empower them, Yes, I know that out of 12 there must be Judas. All right, even in the police force, they are all of them. There are a lot of them. Do you understand? But that does not now mean that we should just let everything die like that. If you empower these local vigilantes, and they know their bushes. For example, Uboha axis, you empower those vigilantes. Uzea axis, you empower those vigilantes. Ewohimi axis, you empower those vigilantes. Igwebe axis, you empower those vigilantes. Ekpoma axis, you empower them like that. And they go into the bushes. I tell you, they will be, this issue of kidnapping and killing will drastically reduce to the barest minimum, if not totally stopped. So for me, I would expect the government to be proactive. Again, what will it take the government to have drones search out these our bushes? It's not magic. It's not. If you all you just need to do is gather intelligence. When you're able to pinpoint where they are, it's just for you to strategically dislodge them. Once they are dislodged, they can't gather. They can't gather. But when you just relax and you feel that you feel nothing is going on, they will keep gathering in their. You see trailers coming in, packing people in. Have you ever stopped these people? Where are you going en masse like this? Where are you going? Where exactly are you going? The government seems to be relaxed. Yes, they say they are fighting security. For me, they have not started. They have not started. Let me also add, you cannot be a judge. You cannot be the complainant. You are the prosecutor. You still become the judge in your own case. Now, the government of Edo State, as of today, says they are fighting corruption. And anybody found guilty, according to the law that they are even relying on, is that once the person is found guilty, the person will be sentenced to whatever number of years imprisonment, and then the person's house, if found wanting, will be demolished. So my quarrel now is, these persons, these suspects, have not been tried. You have not brought them before a court to try them that will find them guilty. All right? From the point of at the police station level or for wherever they meet them, maybe they even confess. What for what they see? Just confession is not enough. A court must have convicted them and then sentenced them before you can now say, oh, their house or the house they used may now be demolished. By the way, if you demolish the house, of what benefit will it be to the government? If I were the government, first thing I would do, once these people are arrested and the house they use comes into issue, I'll first of all seal it off. Seal it off, evacuate everybody that is occupying that premises, seal it off as a government. If the house is now, at the end of the day, the person is now found guilty, you can now decide on what to do with that house. I've seen some very lovely houses that they have demolished, and I'm like, this place can be turned to an ICT center. This place can be turned to, there are so many orphans. Take those orphans off the streets and take them to that house. If that is what you want to do, but demolishing them for me is a sin. It's jungle justice, is a crime. The government should not be seen to be doing that. My conclusion on that is that is either the governor does not listen or the people that are advising him are not advising him right. Because for me, that is against the laws of our land. You can't just go and demolish somebody's house when the person has not been convicted. Even if the person confessed that, for example now, I confess that, oh, I killed you, right? The law still allows a lawyer to represent me. If I do not have a lawyer, the court will provide a lawyer for me.
To give the intention,
because the law says that, exactly, the law says that the person is innocent until proven guilty. And who proves them guilty? The court. You have not tried these people in court. You go ahead and be demolishing their houses. For me, it is totally wrong. It's totally wrong.
That is just like using the wrong way the wrong approach to solve the problem.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, on the final note now, I want to advise some people on what you think they should be doing now that the area is not safe any longer.
Well, the government or the police cannot work without information. My advice to everybody is always watch your back. For example, you are entering your street, right? You are driving into your street. You must be able to identify if somebody is driving behind you. If somebody is driving behind you, whether Okada, you must be security conscious. Don't leave your gates open. Don't leave your doors open. Have the phone number of your neighbors. In fact, landlords and neighbors, they should have each other's phone number. If I'm at home, maybe I'm in the house and I see some movements that I do not like, I can call the next door neighbor. Did you see that person that just passed? Somebody just passed your gate. Information. When you have such information, pass it across to the police. But the sad part, I must say this, is that when you give the police such information,
you leak it.
You have aside from even leaking it, you have a problem. The problem is that the police will ask you to come and make statements. Sometimes they leave you there, abandon you there, or maybe detain you. That you must tell them how you got that information. Even if you now tell them, because they just want to hold somebody. Because they are not doing their job diligently. That's why when people give them, that's why you see a lot of people, they run away from those kind of things. Somebody is shot, for example, instead of them to rush the person to the hospital, they are saying, oh, not be me go carry and go hospital, may they no go talk, say, may they no come, they ask me, say.
I take that.
Do you understand?
Yeah,
so that's the problem. By the time the government assures the people that come forward with any information that you get, it will not be harmful to you. I'm sure a lot of people will be willing to bring information to them. Like the incident that happened in Uromi the last time where a lot of people were killed is a very sad situation. But can you even blame the Uromi people? Because as of today, any aboki you see, you think
it's a kidnapper.
It's a kidnapper. Or is it, honestly speaking, if I'm driving on the road or in a quiet place, I see aboki following me,
you'll be scared.
I'm always very scared. I'm always very cautious. Yeah. But it wasn't like that when we were growing up. Those days when Hausas, all these aboki, they carry their cows, they are passing your house. They will even ask for water. You give them water. They only used to hold stick then. These days, you see videos of them carrying AK-47 and all that. So it leaves a lot to be desired. So my advice to everybody is to be security conscious. Watch your back. Watch the people that live around you. If you must give somebody a house, ensure that you know the person. All right? And ensure that even if you don't know the person there should be a guarantor or something that will say, okay, I know him, I know where he works, or I know where he's from.
Okay.
So that's my take on it.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much.
We are so happy for your contributions.
Thank you very much.
I'm sure this is going a long way into helping the government to know what to do, the people know what to do again, and even the Esan in diaspora. You see them to know what to do, because this is a joint fight for every body.
Yes.
So thank you very much for
and I wish the government well.
Okay, thank you so much.
In this fight of insecurity.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
We are sorry for your honor.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Thank you.